for me. Children crying, people dying, no one seems to care. This old world is a closing in, there's no hope anywhere. I'll never sing a sad song again. I'll never sing of heartaches anymore. I'll never shed a tear over losing a friend, 'cause I'll be gone to heaven's golden shore. But it ain't found on earth's sinking sand. A mansion there Christ has prepared, not made with human hands. Where Hades gone, no more sad songs, and joy like we've never known. For Christ himself with open arms will welcome us all home. I'll never sing a sad song again. I'll never sing of heartaches anymore. I'll never shed a tear over losing a friend, 'cause I'll be gone to heaven's golden shore. Yes, I'll be gone to heaven's golden shore. For many years I've traveled in this slow lane, and always you have shown me loyalty. Now I would like to tell you as a brother, you've been an inspiration to me. You've been an inspiration all through this world we go. You've been an inspiration. I'm glad to let you know. You've been a friendly neighbor. I know you'll always be. And now I'd like to tell you while I'm away, you've been an inspiration to me. I'd like to have you with me when I'm leaving, to sail away to God's eternity. I know that you'll be faithful then as always. You've been an inspiration to me. You've been an inspiration all through this world below. You've been an inspiration. I'm glad to let you know. You've been a friendly neighbor. I know you'll always be. And now I'd like to tell you while I'm away, you've been an inspiration to me. You've been an inspiration all through this world we go. You've been an inspiration. I'm glad to let you know. You've been a friendly neighbor, and I know you'll always be. And now I'd like to tell you while I'm away, you've been an inspiration to me. If I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or song, if I can show somebody he is traveling from, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain. If I can do my as a good man ought, if I can bring back beauty to a world of fraud, if I can spread love's message that the Master taught, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain. This one I see.
You're listening to the very best of Southern gospel music right here on WOTG Radio Network and Television and Alan Presley Promotions, Facebook Live and YouTube. Monday through Sunday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., bringing you the best in gospel music. Alan Presley Promotions is a listener-funded ministry. We would ask you to be in prayer about becoming a financial partner with Alan and Linda Presley to keep this wonderful music, the great music of Southern gospel, coming out to you each night. If you would like to make a donation to this ministry, you can send your donation to Alan Presley, 611 Old Highway 68, Sweetwater, Tennessee, 37874. WOTG Radio Network and Television and Alan Presley Promotions on Facebook Live and YouTube, Monday through Sunday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Come and join with us.
It is the King of Kings, and evermore the same.
I appreciate all you people for tuning us in, and we're going to have a good time and play some good old great gospel music here tonight. Hey, tonight's tonight. Night's tonight. You say, what's tonight? Hey, we're going to show an object that has never been seen before, and it will never be seen again. and we're gonna do that after a while. We're gonna wait to get as many people as we own. So if you want to, make the announcement and tell everybody to come on board tonight that Alan Presley is going to show an object that has never, ever been seen before. And it will never, ever be seen again. It'll be gone. And you won't be able to see it. And you've never seen it before either. You never even laid an eye on it. But you never, and you won't never see it again either. We're going to show you that object coming up soon on this program. But we're going to give you as much time as we can to get as many people on. We're here to have a good time too. We don't want to be like Jim Hamill of the Kingsmen. When he was living, he was an exciting man to watch him on stage perform and sing. He was a man that cut up, and he said God didn't expect us to go around look like we sucking an old sour dill pickle, and he don't. And I remember him saying before, we don't want to go around looking like Mama Law came to stay with us forever. We're going to get on here and we're going to have a good time and have some good old gospel music. Share our program as much as you can. And let's get everyone on board that we can. And folks, we got a lot of problems in our old world. And I hate to tell you this, Facebook is screening us out too and causing a lot of people not to see us. But let's do what we can to overcome that old slewfoot called the devil. We're going to get on here and play some good old gospel music. I think we got the Singing Cooks coming up right now to start out. Let's take a listen.
And everyone's for me. Children crying, people dying, no one seems to care. This old world is a closing in, there's no hope anywhere. I'll never sing a sad song again. I'll never sing of heartaches anymore. I'll never shed a tear over losing a friend, 'cause I'll be gone to heaven's golden shore. Yes, friends, there's hope, but it ain't found on earth's sinking sand. A mansion there Christ has prepared, not made with human hands. Where Hades gone, no more sad songs, and joy like we've never known. For Christ himself with open arms will welcome us all home. I'll never sing a sad song again. I'll never sing of heartaches anymore. I'll never shed a tear over losing a friend, 'cause I'll be gone to heaven's golden shore. I'll be gone to heaven's golden shore.
My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. When he shall come with trumpet sound, oh, may I not in him be found, dressed in his righteousness alone, for us to stand before the throne. On Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand. On Christ the solid
the day that's to be. Oh yeah. When all the redeemed have all gathered. What a homecoming day that's gonna be. With saints of all ages united, we'll sing out the sweetest refrain. Oh yeah. Redeemed by the blood from Mount Calvary. From Jesus on that old rugged cross that was slain. Oh, what a day. Oh, what a day. Oh, what a great day. Oh, what a day. Oh, what a homecoming day. Oh, what a homecoming day. Sorrows all past. We'll be with Jesus at last.
For many years, everything we have shared. If the Lord calls one of us home before he calls the bride, we'll meet in a little while on the other side. See ya on the other side. See ya in the morning light. If I go before you, so long, not goodbye. I'm gonna see you again on the other side. To my friends and loved ones who are left behind, don't weep for me, for I will be living in paradise. When it's time for you to come home, I won't be hard to find. I'll be there just waiting for you over on the other side. See ya on the other side. See ya in the morning light. If I go before you, so long, not goodbye. I'm gonna see you again on the other side. See ya on the other side. See ya in the morning light. If I go before you, so long, not goodbye. I'm gonna see you again on the other side. If I go before you, so long, not goodbye. I'm gonna see you again. I'm gonna see you again. I'm gonna see you again on the other side.
Hey folks, we glad to be here tonight, and we having a good time playing this gospel music. Coming up in the program just a little later, it's not too far away. We're going to show you that object that's never been seen before and never will be seen again. I hope that Thomas Lilling, some of them's on board out there, because I'm anxious to show it, and we are going to show it. And be telling people about it. Tell them come on board and take a listen. I tried to get my poster maker to make a poster back, but they didn't much want to. But anyway, we glad to be here, and we will show you that object coming up very soon. We just going to give it a little more time. We want to get as many people on we can, because I want you to see this object. The object that's never been seen before, never been seen again. Hey, we got somebody else coming up to sing, but I can't remember who it is, so we just have to play them and see. Hey, this is Elton Wright, and he's going to be singing one of his songs. Let's take a listen to Elton Wright. Here we go.
There's a land that I have been told, where the streets are paved with pure gold, and the bright flowers bloom through all eternity. Mansions are glistening on the bright shore, beauty this world could never afford. I've got a reservation, my name's been written down. I've got a reservation to walk on the streets of gold. I've got a reservation where the pearly gates unfold. In heaven my name's been written down. I long to hear that trumpet sound. I've got a reservation, my name's been written down. There's a banquet table that's spread, filled with milk and honey and bread, where we shall dine while the eternal ages roll. Friends and loved ones will be there, robed in garments bright and fair. I've got a reservation, my name's been written down. I've got a reservation to walk on the streets of gold. I've got a reservation where the pearly gates unfold. In heaven my name's been written down. I long to hear that trumpet sound. I've got a reservation, my name's been written down. Yes, I've got a reservation to walk on the streets of gold. And I've got a reservation where the pearly gates unfold. In heaven my name's been written down. I long to hear that trumpet sound. I've got a reservation, my name's been written down.
My house is a shack and my pockets are bare, and I don't have a dime that I can spare, but I'm richer than a king. I've got everything. I've got a million treasures in the sky. I've got a sunny white robe, a harp and a crown. I've got a brand new body when I lay this old body down. I'm richer than a king. I've got everything. I've got a million treasures in the sky. Now don't pity me if my garments they're worn. I'm an heir to the kingdom forevermore, and I'm richer than a king, 'cause I've got everything. I've got a million treasures in the sky. I've got a million treasures in the sky. I'm richer than a king. I've got everything. I've got a million treasures in the sky. In the
I've heard people talk about heaven and describe its beauty so rare. So one day I purchased a title to a mansion in that land so fair. It was given to me without money, but it cost my dear Savior his life. He died on the cross without murmur. For me, he paid the dear price. Oh, I hold a clear title to a mansion that Jesus has gone to prepare. Fire cannot touch it, floods cannot harm it, and it never will need a repair. For those termites can't mar its foundation, for on the rock of ages it stands. Oh, I feel that it's almost completed, and it's ready for me to move in. The deed was both signed and recorded the day Jesus saved me from sin, and my name was engraved in gold letters in the Lamb's Book of Life, safe within. I'm an heir to a mansion in glory, when from this life here I shall roam. I'm waiting for Jesus to call me, then I'll lay down my cross and go home. Oh, I hold a clear title to a mansion that Jesus has gone to prepare. Fire cannot touch it, floods cannot harm it, and it never will need a repair. For those termites can't mar its foundation, for on the rock of ages it stands. Oh, I feel that it's almost completed, and it's ready for me to move in. Oh, I hold a clear title to a mansion that Jesus has gone to prepare. Fire cannot touch it, floods cannot harm it, and it never will need a repair. For those termites can't mar its foundation, for on the rock of ages it stands. Oh, I feel that it's almost completed, and it's ready for me to move in. Yes, I feel that it's almost completed, and it's ready for me to move in.
I've heard them sing, he paid the price and Jesus bore it all. I've heard them sing, I'm coming home, and hear the master's call. I've heard them sing the modern songs and songs of long ago. What amazing grace, how sweet the sound, it's the sweetest song I know. Amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound, no sweeter song, sweeter song. It's the
for a long time I've traveled down a long, lonely road. My heart was so heavy, in sin I sank low. Then I heard about Jesus. What a wonderful hour. I'm so glad that I found out He would bring me out through His saving power.
Thank God I am free, free, free from this world's sin.
Then
Washed in the blood of Jesus, I've been born again. Hallelujah, I'm saved, saved, saved by His wonderful grace. I'm so glad that I found out that He would bring me out and show me the way.
like a bird out of prison that's taken its flight, like a blind man that God gave back His sight. There's a poor wretched beggar who's found fortune and fame. I'm so glad that I found out He would bring me out through His glowing name.
Thank God, I'm free, free, free from this world's sin.
I've been
Washed in the blood of Jesus,
washed
been born again. Hallelujah, I say, by wonderful grace. I'm so glad that I found out He would bring me out and show me the way. I'm so glad that I found out He would bring me out and show me the way. Thank God I am
I read in my Bible every day. It keeps me from going astray. There's words I can't pronounce, stories hard to figure out. But with an open mind I'll search to find the meaning of them all. It's in my Bible, the holy book of life. It's there to teach me the way that I must go. It's in my Bible. It's there to help me grow. It helps my unbelief, makes me strong enough to see this holy book was written for you and me. I read how Jesus healed the crippled man and caused the blinded eyes to see. such a mystery how a little clay could be the miracle by which this man was blind and now can see. It's in my Bible, the holy book of life. It's there to teach me the way that I must go. It's in my Bible, it's there to help me grow. It helps my unbelief, makes me strong enough to see. This holy book was written for you and me. I gave my life to Christ in 79, and now he's with me all the time. He said he'd never leave. This book I do believe. These words I read will be my guide and shield my soul and mind. It's in my Bible, the holy book of life. It's there to teach me the way that I must go. It's in my Bible, it's there to help me grow. It helps my unbelief, makes me strong enough to see. This holy book was written for you and me. It helps my unbelief, makes me strong enough to see. This holy book was written for you and me.
Heading down the pathway of sin and misery, I thought that there was nothing but hopelessness for me. Then Jesus bid me walking the straight and narrow way, where he said he would guide me so I'd not go astray. Now I am following in his footsteps, in the footsteps of Christ. The Prince he's leaving right behind.
read about the Pharisees in the Bible days way back when. How they criticized the Lord Jesus Christ for eating with sinful men. Jesus learned to say, love is the only way, so let your actions speak louder than your words. Though the years have passed, this truth will last, a lesson that we all could learn. You know you walk talks, and you talk talks, but you won't talk louder than you talk talk. Your behavior toward your neighbor tells really how you feel about the Savior. When you exemplify and shine the light of Christ, you know the number in the kingdom will be multiplied. Yes, your walk talks and your talk talks, but your walk talks louder than your talk talks. Walk, walk, talk, walk, walk, talk, walk, walk, talk, talk. What did you do today to give your love away to a lost and hurting soul? Did you lend a hand to a fellow man and help him on down the road? When you illuminate, you chase the dark away, so let your little light shine. When we follow through in what we say and do, the Father will be glorified. You know you walk talks and you talk talks, but you won't talk louder than you talk talk. Your behavior toward your neighbor tells really how you feel about the Savior. When you exemplify and shine the light of Christ, you know the number in the kingdom will be multiplied. Yes, your walk talks and your talk talks, but your walk talks louder than your talk talks. Do those things that Christ would do, be loving, kind, and caring. Preach the gospel to all men, use words when necessary. You know you walk talks and you talk talks, but your walk talks louder than you talk talk. Your behavior toward your neighbor is really how you feel about the Savior. When you exemplify and shine the light of Christ, you know the number in the kingdom will be multiplied. Yes, your walk talks and your talk talks, but your walk talks louder than your talk talks. Oh, your walk talks and your talk talks, but your walk talks louder than your talk talks. Yes, your walk talks louder than your talk talks. Who is this one I see?
You're listening to the very best of Southern gospel music right here on WOTG Radio Network and Television and Alan Presley Promotions, Facebook Live and YouTube. Monday through Sunday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., bringing you the best in gospel music. Alan Presley Promotions is a listener-funded ministry. We would ask you to be in prayer about becoming a financial partner with Alan and Linda Presley to keep this wonderful music, the great music of Southern gospel, coming out to you each night. If you would like to make a donation to this ministry, you can send your donation to Alan Presley, 611 Old Highway 68, Sweetwater, Tennessee, 37874. WOTG Radio Network and Television and Alan Presley Promotions on Facebook Live and YouTube, Monday through Sunday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Come and join with us.
It is the King of Kings, and nevermore the same.
We appreciate you tuning us in tonight, and folks, we're glad to be here. And I had one pastor to contact me today, and I told him, I said, we don't have that many people watching our program no more. And this pastor told me he's in another state. He said Facebook has screened them out, not letting people watch it. I think we had 8 or 9 showing up on the program here tonight, 8 or 9 people. 8 or 9 people, and they got thousands and thousands and thousands of people watching on Facebook all over the world, and we only get 8 or 9 folks. That's unreal. Well, this pastor told me all it is pure old communism. And folks, you don't want this world going to communism. They'll dictate to you and everything else. If you worship God, they'll take you out and shoot you and kill you. They had to hide in communist country to even have a church service. And folks, you don't want to ever have to go communism. I know all about it, and I know about it. I've never lived in it, and I don't want to live in it. I like living in America the way we are. But there are folks that's in communist country. It's no picnic. They dictate to you. If you don't listen to them, they'll shoot you. If you go out and worship God, you got to slip and worship God. And this pastor told me, he said, even we get through this old virus that China caused, he says, I doubt a lot of people will ever return to the church again. That's pure old communism, folks. And here we are doing a program on Facebook. Thank God that we've been heard on the TV and we get heard on the YouTube. But folks, you don't want to live in a communist country. And they done already trying to dictate to us. And we appreciate you being here. And that's the reason I ask for shares every night, because that's what we got left to try to get the gospel out to the people before it is eternally too late. Well, I don't know who we got coming up to sing now.
I thought you was going to do that.
Well, you didn't tell me. And Linda says it's time for us to do the object tonight, something that's never been seen and never will be seen again. It's Thomas Leon,
Yeah,
David Babs,
yeah,
and I hope the regular crew's on.
yeah, they are.
Are you ready, Thomas, out there? You want to see?
And Stanley's on.
And
And Stanley's on.
Stanley Jones on? That's my good old friend, Stanley Jones, down there in Georgia. Oh, you guys, my friends. And man, we're going to have I'm going to show you this object. Hey, Stanley, you don't have no idea what it is? And Thomas, you don't have no idea? David Babs, you don't have no idea? And the rest of you don't have no idea what it is? You wouldn't believe that old Alan can actually show you an object that's never been seen before and never will be seen again. Okay, here's go. Let me show you.
You have to put it up on where they can see
I'm going to put it up on where they see it on the TV, where they can see it up on Facebook. Okay, first I'll show you on Facebook. Look at this. What is that? It's a peanut, right? That is a peanut. I'll show you on the TV. That's a peanut, folks, out there on the TV, what you're seeing. Now, I said I'd show you an object that's never been seen before, and it's never going to be seen again. Okay, let me show you. I'm going to crack the peanut, open it up, and if I don't drop it in the floor here, I'm going to open up the peanut. Okay, let's open this peanut up. Linda, you got me one that's a little bit hard to open.
Well, I don't know if they're hard or not. You want me to open it for you?
Yeah, open that up and get me the.
Stanley's wanting to know if it's from Georgia.
I don't know where they come in from, Stanley. That ain't got a peanut in that side.
You done dropped it. Oh, there it is. Here.
Okay. Okay. I opened it up. Linda did. See it? There's a peanut, right? There's the peanut. That's the object. That's the object, the peanut. And I said you would never ever.
That's the first time we've seen it.
That's the first time anybody's ever seen that object, that peanut. You're not going to never see it again. Because here it goes. It's gone. And you're not never going to see it, folks, again. It's gone. Right now I showed you an object that's never been seen before. And it never will be seen again.
Do you need something to drink now?
I may have to go get me a drink of water sure enough. But anyway, I see the buttons going up out there. I told you I'd show you an object.
Stanley's probably dinner laughing his head off.
I gotta see. Is that what I'm hearing? I'm hearing Stanley laugh down there. But that is an object never been seen before, and it never will be seen again. It gets on some gospel music, Linda. Who we got coming up? I forgot. I got carried away. Here we go with a second generation. And share this program, folks. Everybody can see it later, too. Here we go. Take a listen.
Chapter 14, Jesus said that he would go and build a place for you and me, a mansion on a golden street down by the crystal sea. And he said, now I must go away so you can find the key. Open heaven's door and lock the gates of
as loved ones crossed over to the other side. My tears, they fell like the falling rain. Oh, how it hurt inside. The tears will turn to singing, and death will change to living when we meet again in heaven, in that place that God calls home. There'll be no pain or crying, no heartaches or goodbye, in that land of matchless beauty and love beyond compare. We will gather all at Jesus' throne, never more to be alone, in that land beyond forever, in that place that God calls home. Live my life for Jesus until my work on earth is done. And yes, you may see some tears when my loved ones travel on, but I'm holding to God's promise, resting in His perfect plan, until we meet again in heaven, where we will walk hand in hand. There'll be no pain or crying, no heartache or goodbye, in that land of matchless beauty and love beyond compare. We will gather all at Jesus' throne, never more to be alone, in that land beyond forever, in that place that God calls home. We will gather all at Jesus' throne, never more to be alone, in that land beyond forever, in that place that God calls home, calls home.
This old house I'm living in is needing repair. The windows and the shutters letting in cold, cold air. I say to myself, I'm gonna fix it when I can find the time. But all I'm getting lately is leaving on my mind. Lately all I've got is leaving on my mind. Seems that's all I've been thinking about most of the time. Soon and very soon I'll leave my troubles far behind. Lately I've got leaving I guess that I should be looking for a better place to live, and I can't seem to get excited about this world and what it might give. I couldn't care less if I could buy it all with one solitary dime. For what good would this world do me with leaving on my mind? Lately all I've got is leaving on my mind. Seems that's all I've been thinking about most of the time. Soon and very soon I'll leave my troubles far behind. Lately I've got leaving on my mind. Lately I've got leaving on my mind. I could tell you I'm nothing, and I would be telling the truth. I could say that I'm worthless, a hopeless sinner. That's true. Oh, but that's part of the story I haven't told everything. I was lost, reborn, and raised a child of the King. I am a royal descendant of a king from Jerusalem. I'm a part of the bloodline of David. That's who I am. And I claim kindred to Isaac, to Jacob, and Abraham. I'm a royal descendant of a king from Jerusalem. How in this world could I stand and say such a thing? To say that I'm royal and to claim that my father is a king. I'll have to take you to an altar where it happened many years ago. I met this king, I was washed in his blood, and that's all I know. I am a royal descendant of a king from Jerusalem. and Abraham. I'm a royal descendant of a king from Jerusalem, that separated from Christ my Lord. It was so vast, the crossing I could never ford. From where I was to his demand, it seems so far. I cried, dear Lord, I cannot come to where you are. Then he came to me. Oh, he came to me. When I could not come to where he was, he came to me. That's why he died on Calvary. When I could not come to where he was, he came to me. He came to me when I was bound in chains of sin. He came to me when I possessed no hope within. He picked me up and he drew me gently to his side. Where today, in his sweet love, I now abide. Yes, he came to me. Oh, he came to me when I could not come to where he was. He came to me. That's why he died on Calvary. When I could not come to where he was, he came to me. Yes, he came to me. Oh,
could not come to where he was. He came to me.
You're my joy, you're my peace, you're my comfort in a time of need. You're my refuge, you're my rock, you're the one I depend on. You're the road to hope when the light grows dim, when the waves of doubt comes crashing in. You're my anchor in the troubled storm, Almighty God. You're my joy, you're my peace, you're my comfort in a time of need. You're my refuge, you're my rock, you're the one I depend on. You're the road to hope when the light grows dim, when the waves of doubt comes crashing in. You're my anchor in the troubled storm, Almighty God. You bore the cross, you bear the scar. You are my bright, shining star. You gave me sight that I might see the kind of man that I should be. You came to die to set me free, Almighty God. You bore the cross, you bear the scar. You are my bright and shining star. You gave me sight that I might see the kind of man that I should be. You came to die to set me free, Almighty God. You're my joy, you're my peace, you're my comfort in a time of need. You're my refuge, you're my rock, you're the one I depend on. You're the road to hope when the light grows dim, when the waves of doubt comes crashing in. You're my anchor in the troubled storm, Almighty God. You're my joy, you're my peace, you're my comfort in a time of need. You're my refuge, you're my rock, you're the one I depend on. You're my road to hope when the light grows dim, when the waves of doubt come crashing in. You're my anchor in the troubled storm, Almighty God. You're my joy, you're my peace, you're my comfort in a time of need. You're my refuge, you're my rock, you're the one I depend on. You're the road to hope when the light grows dim, and when the waves of doubt come crashing in. You're my anchor in the troubled storm, Almighty God. You're my anchor in the troubled storm, Almighty God.
Hey, folks, we got some strange things that happens on this program. Hey, I didn't know this. I didn't know this took place, and I didn't know it happened. We had we got a GoFund out there on Alan Bruce Presley's page now. I don't know how that thing really come about getting on there. Now I'm going to show you how God blesses. We had one person on there to donate, to make a donation on this program. That's the reason I know that it was on there. It popped up after that on my screen. I don't know really how in the world it got on Alan Bruce Presley's page or new page. But we got a GoFund going on now. Then now we had somebody else that made a donation on it. And we got 2 donations now. So I said, well, God must be doing his stuff. I know the devil don't do nothing to help you but try to hinder you and tear you down. But I really don't know how that got on there like that. And it says Alan Presley started it. Well, hey, whatever God sends my way, that's what we do, because we trust and believe in God around here. Linda, you got anything to say about that?
Well, back in the summer, Lexi was supposed to made us one, and I don't know if that's it or not. It says in July, and that's about the time I think that she made one, but we never didn't see it. Nobody's ever donated, and
it popped up on Alan Bruce Presley, the new page.
Yeah, and I think it was made under Alan Presley's page, I believe. So I'm thinking that's probably what happened. I don't know. I just know that it popped up. And we had one guy that he's the one that shared it.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. One guy that started it. And folks, that tickles us death. That lets me know that God is on the scene and God is working. And Linda, who we got coming up to sing now? I can't see it. She's got it.
I can't either.
She got it all covered up. That's her fault. Oh, it's the Babs. That's David Babs and his wife. I don't know. I can't remember her name. Brenda. Yeah, Brenda and David. Well, let's take a listen to Brenda and David Babs right here on the program. Take a listen.
He loves her in all her glory, his glorious church, the pillar and ground of the truth, a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, the only one. And as Christ dove spreads her wings, preparing for her dream, there's something wrong in the air. The beautiful rose of Sharon sadly sees her imperfection. What is supposed to be is not exactly there. And with a broken wing, she still sings. She keeps an eye on the sky. With a broken wing, she carries her dream. Lord, help us get it right. And one Sunday morning, the preacher took a good look at his church. He visions things that should not be. For this is the church of God, but we need to clean up those spots and iron the wrinkles to be free indeed. And with a broken wing, she still sings. She keeps an eye on the sky. With a broken wing, she carries her dreams. Lord, help us get it right. With a broken wing, she carries her dreams. Lord, help us get it I can go on and on about what my God has done. He's been so good, so very good to me. There's not enough words and not enough time to express what's in this heart of mine. I can go on and on and on. And all of my lifetime, I'll never get it told how God's love redeemed me so many years ago. I could tell of the journey, how His faithfulness unfolds. I can go on and on. I can go on and on about what my God has done. He's been so good, so very good to me. There's not enough words and not enough time to express what's in this heart of mine. I can go on and on and on. And when I pass on to the land of no night, I'll see my great Savior who gave me new life. The praises and ending, I'll bow at His throne. I can go on and on. I can go on and on about what my God has done. He's been so good, so very good to me. There's not enough words, not enough time to express what's in this heart of mine. I can go on and on and on and on and
I'm bound for the land just over the river where the glad angels sing. In praise to Christ, our blessed heavenly King. I want to go there to live with the angels, leave the great palace dawn. I'm on my way, thank God I'm traveling home. I'm traveling home and traveling home to the city bright and safe. I'm traveling home and traveling home in heaven's stars. Sweet will be, sweet will be, when I roam. I'm on my way, thank God I'm traveling home. Each day as I go still brightens my pathway, shining with a perfect love. So glad am I to walk with a heavenly love.
over on the dashing foam. I'm on my happy way, thank God I'm traveling home. I'm traveling home, traveling home to the city bright and fair. I'm traveling home, in heaven's gracious shaft. Sweet and little me, with longer I cease to roam. I'm on my happy way, thank God I'm traveling home. I'm traveling home, to the city bright and fair. I'm traveling home, in heaven's gracious shaft. Sweet and little me, with longer I cease to roam. I'm on my way, thank God I'm traveling home.
This one I see.
You're listening to the very best of Southern gospel music right here on WOTG Radio Network and Television and Alan Presley Promotions, Facebook Live and YouTube. Monday through Sunday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., bringing you the best in gospel music. Alan Presley Promotions is a listener-funded ministry. We would ask you to be in prayer about becoming a financial partner with Alan and Linda Presley to keep this wonderful music, the great music of Southern gospel, coming out to you each night. If you would like to make a donation to this ministry, you can send your donation to Alan Presley, 611 Old Highway 68, Sweetwater, Tennessee, 37874. WOTG Radio Network and Television and Alan Presley Promotions on Facebook Live and YouTube, Monday through Sunday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Come and join with us.
And we appreciate everyone that's tuned us in here on the TV, and we'll be seeing a lot of us over on YouTube here after a while, and what few we get out here on Facebook, we'd like to say thank you for listening to us on our programs, and we have a great time every night playing this great gospel music. And we here 7 nights a week doing it, and I don't know if nobody else doing it like that, but we do what God wants us to do, and we obey God, and that's what we're doing. You know, it's not my job to get people to listen. You know, I do what I can, but my job is I'm fulfilling that commission by playing the gospel music and telling folks about Jesus Christ. And always watch us even on the YouTube. And we bring the YouTube programs up on our Facebook pages and some more too. And here's Lady Presley. She's going to come on here and say a few things.
Okay, Alan, we got about 13 minutes left. And we hope you enjoyed the program tonight. All the songs we played, hope they were a blessing to you. And we're going to get on and do 2 or 3 more songs. So get with it, Alan.
Who we got coming up?
We got the Blackwood Brothers.
The Blackwood Brothers. And I got word every day that they had dropped out of the full-time ranks. And they've been in the full-time ranks for a number of years, folks. And way back, I remember the Blackwood Brothers and James Blackwood and all of them being full-time. And I heard about another group that has had to go into something else. They had to do it to make a living. And that's not God doing that, folks. Anything that hinders God's work is the old slewfoot, the devil. But we don't need to use that for an excuse and let the devil rule us. God said, put him behind us and resist him, and he will flee from us. And that's what we need to do, folks, is put him behind us and resist him. And hit that share buttons anyway out there. And it wouldn't hurt us. We get 200-300 shares a night. I have shared so much on the program. Facebook has even muted me from sharing 24 or 48 hours and stuff like that. But I share it as long as I can. Okay, let's take a listen to the Blackwood Brothers. Here we go.
Disappointments come and you feel so blue. There is someone who cares for you. When you need a friend to the end, there is someone who cares for you.
I've asked you for so many things before, for strength to climb each mountain in my way. I've asked for strength and help. I've even asked for wealth. But from now on, this is the way I'll pray. Thanks for loving me. Thanks for Calvary. Thanks for the rib side, the nail-pierced hands, the crown of thorns you wore. Thanks for Mom and Dad, and the good times we've had. But most of all, thanks for loving me. When I was just a lad, and I knelt by my bed, my thanks to thee each night I always said. To be a child again, and to pray as I prayed then, Lord, grant this one request to me, amen. Thanks for loving me. Thanks for Calvary. Thanks for the rib and side, the nail-pierced hands, the crown of thorns you wore. Thanks for Mom and Dad, and the good times we've had. But most of all, thanks for loving me.
I know by their name, some I just know their face. Some are known by their fame, others known by their race. But in the kingdom of our Lord, each soul has their place. And in my mind I have no doubt, by name you've been called out.
Servant
called out,
to lift a standard,
called out,
to raise a banner,
called out,
to be a witness,
called out,
to show forgiveness,
called